Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you've joined me before, if this is your first time here, then welcome. I'm Elizabeth. So I did a pick a card reading that already today, but this is going to be a little bit different, and it's because I did a spontaneous collective reading the other day on Sunday for the week ahead. And it was a message I really feel like somebody needed to hear, but I had just problems uploading it, so I decided to, in addition to the pick a card I did earlier, do a pick a card for just general messages, whatever you need to hear right now, whatever your higher self wants to bring through. So it's a whatever comes up. Pick a card reading today. Well, this one is today. It's the second one I've done. And we're going to be picking piles. Usually I don't pick the tarot until I'm about to read, but I went ahead and picked the decks I'm going to use for the piles. So pile or group 1 is going to be the Black Cat, Black Cat Magic Tarot deck. Black Cat's Tarot. Yeah, here's the box if you want to see the box. It's cute. So that's going to be group 1 for group 1, and the deck I'm using for group 2 is the beautiful, very, very colorful Santa Marta Tarot. And I don't know why at first, when I first sat down, I had 2 different decks in mind, but then I pulled oracle cards, and when I was about to pull those decks, like, I don't know, spirit just shifted. Like, I just felt called to these 2, which are both like, I mean, I would associate, and the Santa Marta is definitely associated with like Day of the Dead, Halloween, you know, Scorpio season. I associate this one as well with Scorpio season, you know, black cats and fall, and anyways, yeah, so maybe I have like a bunch of Scorpios watching, or a bunch of people who love that time of year. Yeah, so alright, I'm gonna hold the cards up both at one time. Here, let me hold actually the boxes up for you guys. So the Black Cat's Tarot is pile 1, and the Santa Marta is pile 2. Here's the other side to that. It's pretty cool looking. This is the most beautiful death card, I think, out of every deck I own. Alright, so this is group 1. If you resonate with this deck, if you resonate with this one, your pile is group 2. You need to pause it to take a minute to think and tune into your intuition. Go ahead and do that. Otherwise, I will start with pile 1. So the Black Cat's Tarot. welcome to your reading, Group 1. If you resonated with Black Cat Tarot, I don't know, maybe it's not just Scorpio or Halloween lover. Maybe I just got some cat lovers watching today. I'm a fellow cat lover. Obviously, I have a deck dedicated. It's only cats. Alright, and I smudged earlier everything, so alright, let's set this stuff to the side. Okay, pile 1. I'm going to start with some runes first, and then we'll go to I'll do your oracle cards and then pull some tarot. So, alright, Spirit, what does Group 1 need to hear today? What messages does Group 1's higher self want to communicate to them today? Okay, so you got the Moon. You got the Eye. So High Priestess energy. Scorpio, unconscious, subconscious energy, and Harvest. I think it's Harvest. Yes. Okay. Alright, see what oracle cards you got. Okay, so you got Sovereignty, Beauty. And I did not look at these when I pulled them. I just went through the deck and pulled as I was called. And Darkness. I am just seeing them now with you for the first time. That's interesting that I feel like each of the runes like match an oracle card, like go perfectly with an oracle card. The Eye here that I always call the High Priestess rune or associate with it, I feel like goes perfectly with this, and the number on it is 41. With this card, it's a very High Priestess like energy coming through, I feel like. And then Darkness, so that's associated with the Moon. Beauty with Harvest. Harvest is blessings, rewards, investing in yourself, providing for yourself, so we have the Moon, Darkness, and Sovereignty with the Eye, which is, yeah, okay. So just like scorpionic High Priestess energy, And it also goes with the moon energy. It's like lifting the veil, seeing through stuff, things coming to light that were hidden maybe, but I feel like maybe you're coming out of this dark time. Or you will be soon. Alright, let's get your tarot first, and then we'll go back and put it all together. Alright, Spirit, what does group 1 need to hear today? What messages do you have for group 1, Spirit? Oh, I forgot to say my little spirit guides, angels, ancestors of my own and of group 1's. Please connect me and my higher self to them and their intuition, their higher self, to bring them the clearest, most accurate, helpful, beneficial message possible. Okay. Alright, what does group 1's higher self want them to hear today? You got the 3 of Swords. Strength reversed. The Tower reversed. Three of Cups reversed. And the Chariot reversed. Deck energy is 5 of Pentacles reversed. Okay. This is some confusing, chaotic feeling energy. So, I'm sorry if you've been feeling that way. Yeah, I feel like you're dealing with some kind of heartbreak situation here with the 3 of Swords and then darkness. Maybe someone not being honest with you, keeping things from you and you finding out. And then maybe you confronted them and they still denied it because, see, their backs are turned toward each other, and swords are all about communication. And the mind. Like, yeah, I feel like somebody was playing mind games with you. Or is. And you realize it and have confronted them, or are on the cusp of confronting them. But you know that even when you do, you know they're not gonna be honest with you. You know it's not gonna be like a good outcome. You know it's not gonna be fun. Yeah, you're trying to avoid that Tower. Trying to avoid the disruption of harmony, of a feeling of harmony. Even if you're not feeling like inner peace and harmony, like you feel compelled to keep peace with the outer world and people in your surroundings, like, because of course when you have any type of conflict, it weighs on you. But this is something that you can't ignore. And that you kind of feel powerless to, especially with the Strength card reversed. But by confronting and speaking your truth and standing up for yourself, that's the only way that, even though it might not be such a fun experience, that's the only way you're gonna feel more empowered. Not speaking up and speaking your truth when it's like obviously weighing on you, it's just going to keep making you feel powerless. Maybe you've been in this feeling for a long time, like that something was being kept from you. Or that someone wasn't being totally honest with you about something. you just maybe you just didn't know what it was or how to like, you knew something was off, but you just couldn't put your finger on it. Like you didn't have any like concrete evidence, and you maybe were second guessing yourself a lot. And yeah, I feel like that created a feeling of powerlessness in this situation. And a feeling of stuckness. And yeah, I feel like you've been in this dark space for a while, and it's like unconsciously or subconsciously been like affecting you and all the rest of your relationships, and the relationship with yourself. I feel like maybe you've gone through a lot of internal conflict regarding it, and you just feel completely powerless right now in the situation. And you've felt powerless in this situation for some time. But although you speaking up about what you know you making that inner conflict known, speaking your truth, and to this person that you want to just have harmony with and avoid conflict with. Until you do that, you're going to keep feeling powerless. You're going to keep feeling stuck. So whether you approach them and say what you need to say, or you don't approach them, you're going to be feeling this energy. Either way. Right? The difference is, even if they may not listen and may deny, and you confronting them might not get you anywhere, as far as them telling you the complete truth, it's still gonna bring you into a place of empowerment, feeling more empowered, feeling more sure of yourself. I feel like you're already starting to be in that place, like after second guessing yourself and things being revealed and you knowing for sure that you weren't wrong. Yeah. So the only way this stuck energy is going to become unstuck is if you stop trying to avoid this tower moment and you face it. It's an act of taking your power back, and it's going to make you after the initial like conflict and breakdown, argument, confrontation, after that happens, and you start to feel more like yourself because you're standing your ground. You're gonna feel a lot. You've got the Strength card in reverse, but this Beauty card, it's also like I feel like in this situation, an inner beauty like that comes from owning your power and speaking your truth and the beauty that comes from the feeling of being an empowered woman and the beauty that comes from standing up for yourself, from being your own like protector. That's the wild and untamed and not refusing to be manipulated or taken advantage of by anyone. And you'll feel that sense of you'll feel that feeling of taking back your power will radiate outward, I feel like. And you'll feel more like yourself, and I feel like you'll feel, like I said, after the initial breakdown or whatever, you'll feel more at peace, and yeah, this card is about investing and providing for yourself. So you'll feel, it also goes with a sovereignty card, you know. You'll be able to move through and out of this dark feeling of powerlessness you've been in, and maybe not being appreciated, or like maybe being ignored with the cat's backs turned to each other. You'll feel, yeah, it'll give you a sense of inner harmony and balance, and you'll feel the pride that comes from having the strength to do something that difficult, because it is a difficult thing to do, to confront someone you're close to that you know will, especially when you try at all costs to avoid conflict, like that you know is gonna not be a fun interaction, will be a draining interaction at first, like possibly for a little while with this Tower. But your spiritual team surrounding you, your higher self, want you to know that there's beauty on the other side of this, and you can move out of this stuck energy, and you can have your power back. But it is going to require doing something that might be very difficult for you. So, alright, pile one. Best of luck to you. I've been in a similar situation. And it gets better. It gets better. I don't know exactly what yours is, but I know that I felt miserable and resentful and not like myself when I was denying and suppressing and trying to guess, ignore what was right in front of me and what needed to be done about it. And anything whatever comes after that is better than the feeling of powerlessness I felt by not speaking my truth, and not trusting myself and my intuition. So yeah, things can only, well, I mean, they'll feel like worse at first, but it'll also feel like you'll just that little sense of taking back your, even that little bit of power by not letting someone take advantage and manipulate you any longer, if that is the case, is worth the conflict that it will probably bring up. So I don't know your situation. I don't know, what's involved. I can't give you advice on how to approach or move out of the situation, because I don't know if the person that you will be confronting could be dangerous to you potentially. So I don't want to give you advice on making any rash decisions. That you may feel the urge to make, but man, this is tough. If it's an abusive situation, I suggest having someone with you. If you do decide to confront them, for leaving or whatever, I don't know. I don't know who the person is. I don't know what the situation is. But I don't want to give somebody advice that then could end up getting them hurt. So be wise about the move you make, but there is a need to look at things objectively and to take back your power in order to achieve a sense of inner harmony and forward movement and progress in your life. So that's what I'll say. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm so sorry that you're going through a difficult time like this. If this is your situation, and especially if it's a significant other that like you live with, but you're gonna come out on the other side. Like, you know what you have to do. Just be strategic in the way it's done. If danger is, if you know there's a threat to your safety hanging in the balance. So good luck. I wish you all the best. I'm sending you hugs, light, and love, good vibes to you. You're strong, powerful force that of nature that deserves respect. So I will leave you there. Thank you for joining me. Even though it was a kind of a heavy reading, it was a pleasure reading your cards. My sincere best wishes to you. My whole heart goes out to you. Yeah. So good luck, and I hope you're able to find some time to yourself to get in touch with that place within where you feel a sense of peace at some point in the day and in the week. All right. Love to you. Hi, Group 2. So if you chose the Santa Muerte Tarot, this is going to be your reading today for whatever Spirit wants to bring up. They'll bring up. Your spirit guides, ancestors, angels, spiritual team, higher self, whatever messages they have for you that you need to hear today. Please, my higher self, guides, ancestors, angels, let me bring Group 2 the clearest, most accurate message that will benefit them the most today. Just gonna sage those cards that I used. Okay, so first we're gonna start by getting some runes. Let's sage this little rune bag. Palo Santo. Smudge it. Okay. Alright, Spirit, what does group 2 need to hear today? What do you want group 2 to know about whatever certain situation or circumstances they find themselves in right now? What messages do you have for my group 2 today, Spirit? Okay. So you got the feminine, the yin symbol. This came out in pile 1 as well. It's the eye. I associate it with the High Priestess and Scorpio. You got flight, so communication, movement, travel, and then you got the scythe, so sudden changes and endings, ending of cycles, making decisions, walking away from something or someone. Alright, let's get your oracle cards. So you got purity. Patience. And then will. I love this card. So the numbers on each of these cards are 30 for the purity, it's the snow moon, 36 for patience, that is the green corn moon, and 13 for will, which is the waxing gibbous 4. Alright, so I'm feeling this will card has a strong vibes with this eye, like lifting the veil, seeing through past the veil. And maybe Spirit wants you to, you're on the verge of like making a decision like without thinking it through completely and being a little impulsive about it because you've been sitting on the thought for so long, and so now it's just like bubbled up in you and you can't wait anymore, but you're not like thinking it through. So Spirit just wants to warn you, like, by acting impulsively instead of like being strategic about whatever it is, you know, it could be dangerous, like you could be putting yourself in danger by doing that. I don't know what that is or means. Maybe deciding to take a sudden random trip, I don't know, moving somewhere suddenly, But I feel like yeah, it could lead to you being taken advantage of. Even though you're strong-willed, like with this yin symbol, it's like someone that's very nurturing and caring, and you've got the patience card here, and the purity card. So you're very trusting. And that's something that could potentially be dangerous, because people could notice that about you, and if the wrong types of people notice that about you, it could lead to manipulation and being taken advantage of and hurt. But maybe you've already learned this lesson also. With this eye here, and this wheel, how she's holding up a mask. She's like, I feel like it's now you've got a awareness, that people do. There are certain people that do see you as someone that can be preyed upon easily, and but you get the vibe that's fool me once, shame on me, or fool me once, shame on you, but you're not gonna fool me again, right? I see through you. I see through your tactics. I'm smarter than you think I am. I'm more resilient than you think I am. And I see more than you think I do, right? I'm aware of more than you think I am. I'm not as naive as you you feel like people may perceive you as naive, but that's a mistake, because you're not naive. You're not weak. You'll stand up for yourself, I feel like. Alright, let's get your tarot cards. Alright. Spirit, what is group 2? What do you want group 2 to know today? What do you have? What messages do you have for group 2, Spirit? I'm hearing the word wise, wisdom, like whatever you went through or are going through, you've gained a lot of wisdom, or you have a lot of wisdom. You have a lot of inner wisdom. You always have, and even though people don't give you credit for it, you know, don't doubt it. Don't doubt the your intuition and your intelligence, and let me get that card up. Oh, it came out like sideways. I'm gonna say it's upright. 7 of Wands. Okay. Maybe there was a time when people perceived and like took you as naive and discounted the other aspects about you that make you who you are. Ignored the positive aspects and just saw the what they wanted to see, or their projection. What they projected onto you because of whatever mask you wore in front of them, or because of your caring nature. I feel like that caused you to second guess yourself a lot. And to kind of hide your will away, like to show up as like a weaker version of yourself, because that's who you were expected to be. Yeah, people just see, I feel like there have been people in the past, not everyone in your life, and there are people currently in your life that do view you from that lens, and it's a very critical, like demeaning type of way in which they show you what they think about you and how it comes off. How, like, it's a very like, it's a very harsh energy that's required you to have a lot of patience. And there's this feeling of like being disrespected, that this whole other side of you has been ignored, or not seen. You know, that your strength and your wisdom, your spiritual wisdom, your intuition, your feminine that being caring and nurturing and patient and sensitive is a strength. It is wisdom. It's not weakness. It's not it's not a negative trait like maybe you have been conditioned to believe is, and maybe you have stuffed your will down in the past, and that's the Seven of Wands. It's led to a lot of inner conflict and just feeling spiritually drained. always being expected to be patient. Yet your caring and trusting nature is put down. But your will is also shut down, put down. Your wisdom isn't considered wisdom, it's considered naivety and like having your head in the clouds. That's not the case. The Chariot reversed. I feel like you're recognizing that. You're seeing the strength in yourself. And you're you're deprogramming the way you were conditioned all your life to think of yourself and see yourself and see your place in the world. And instead of like hiding this will and this wisdom away, and acting being patient with people who might not necessarily deserve your patience. Because they want you to hide a piece of who you are to fit their idea and image of you. And you continuing to believe that about yourself and stay stuck in that cycle, instead of recognizing and embracing what is a huge part of your nature, and who you are, your soul. By doing that, it's kept you feeling like you're in inner turmoil, inner like just exhausted, like spiritually drained and exhausted. And it's kept you in this stuck energy of feeling like you can't progress and move forward. Alright, Spirit. What else? What other messages do you have that group 2 needs to hear today? Page of Cups reversed. The Hermit reversed. And 4 of Wands reversed. Okay, bottom of the deck we got 10 of Cups. Yeah, so this Page of Cups reversed, because you are so nurturing and like patient and caring and trusting and loving, and there is a pureness about you, an innocence about you, that you feel like makes you a target, and you want to hide away. You don't want people to see you as that, but you know that they do. But I feel like you attempt to hide it because you feel like people see you as only that, and that is not all of who you are. So this Page of Cups reversed is like not wanting to Paige is very young, like it's like the most immature, I guess, like out of the Page, Knight, Queen of, like it's the most immature energy of those. The most new, the most young. So I feel like in an attempt, like you've been attempting to, you don't want to be seen as somebody that you feel like everyone perceives you as. Even if everyone doesn't, you've been conditioned and like told these things about yourself your whole life, that, and even if people don't mean it like as an insult, it's still like feels like it, because you've been programmed to believe, like, one, that's all you are, that's all people will see you as, and they'll see you as weak, and they won't respect you. They'll see you as lesser than. So you're trying to hide both these parts of yourself. Yeah, you're trying to, and while you're doing it, you're suppressing and denying your personal values and ignoring the wisdom of the hermit that you hold within, that has always been a part of you. And then this Four of Wands reverse. Yeah, that's what's keeping you, like, stuck from moving forward, from feeling passion, and like excitement and enthusiasm. On the bottom of the deck, we've got the Ten of Cups. Underneath, we've got the Three of Wands. But I feel like just by becoming aware of it, just by being aware of these different parts of you and why you identify with or like push down and deny certain attributes about yourself, just being aware of that, and that's caused all this feeling of being energetically like drained, and it has been what has kept you from finding and pursuing something that you're passionate about, has kept you from moving towards a feeling of excitement and enthusiasm, has kept you separated from all that you feel is important and you value, and the deep wisdom you hold within your soul by kind of suppressing or being ashamed of like this part of yourself that other people may perceive as naive, by being aware of that and accepting and knowing that you hold both those things, and that accepting all of yourself, just by being aware of all this stuff, all these things coming up, you're on the path to your bliss. You're on the path of transformation. And this is the Three of Wands, so right before the Four of Wands. You're on the path to figuring out what that thing is, what it is that you value and can be excited about and for, and can create, that will bring you to this place of contentment and emotional fulfillment. So you don't have to do anything. I mean, you are going to have to take action. But don't stress about it. Don't stress about how it's going to happen, because you're on the path. Like, the path is awareness, and you're already on it. So you're already on your way there. So don't rush the process. You know, take time to yourself to integrate, to mourn, to release, to become aware of any old patterns, programs, stories that are unconsciously and subconsciously running in the background, which are keeping you from this and keeping you from the feeling of being connected to that inner wisdom that you've always had, that's always been a part of you, and that's keeping you from figuring out or knowing and what am I trying to say? Knowing and being open to experiences and opportunities that are in alignment with your true north, your personal value system, what you feel is important in order to live happily, successfully, peacefully, right? So, alright, pile 2, that was your message. If you resonate with my energy, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe, like, and or comment. I would love to connect with you. I hope at the very least this reading brought about a little bit of hope and understanding, and maybe a sense of like calm where you were feeling chaos at things not moving forward like you want them to, or as fast as you want them to. So yeah, I think that's it. It was a pleasure reading your cards. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you join me next time. And wherever you are in the world. Oh, first, so if you do resonate with my vibe and would like a more personal, in-depth reading with me, you can get in touch with me by email, which is in the description box below, and reach out to me via that, and I will get back with you. Yeah, ASAP, within 24 hours at least. So again, thanks so much for watching. I really, really from the bottom of my heart appreciate you. And better things, you're on the path, your better days are coming. They're ahead. Your best days are ahead of you. So, with that, I will leave you wherever you are in the world, whatever time it is. I hope you have a good rest of your day or night. I hope you'll join me next time. Peace, love, good vibes to you, and I'll see you next time.